one of the other God-given beautiful resources that we have as humans is the ability to adapt. And so the system has this wound, and immediately the system begins to adapt to whatever that nature of that wound was. And in IFS, we talk about parts of us who take on adaptive strategies, and we call them protectors, because they want to protect the system from the risk that is inherent in wounds. When we think of a physical wound, we know we're more vulnerable when we have a physical illness of whatever kind. And our systems are afraid of vulnerability. Vulnerability is a threat to our well-being. And so protective parts of us take on some kind of a job to keep that vulnerability at bay, to what we call in IFS terms, to exile it. So in our internal system, I've now identified 3 different things. The core self, we can think of as self or soul. I've identified that we have wounded members of our internal family we call exiles. They must be exiled because they're a threat to our well-being. And then we have our dedicated team of protectors, and they are on a mission to either proactively avoid the threat of an exile's pain surfacing. So we call them managers. It's a category of protector. They're trying to manage and control everything they can possibly manage or control, from our appearance to the way we speak, the way we show up, being on time, perfectionism, all these different strategies that if I can do these things, my shame or grief or panic from my wounding will never surface. But we know that's not always a successful strategy. So another group of protectors, whom Dr. Schwartz labeled firefighters, are our first responders who jump in when the pain does surface. Because no matter how skilled our managerial protectors are, pain will surface if we're triggered or activated, and then we're swamped with it. And our firefighter protectors come in and do whatever it takes to numb the pain or to disconnect us from the pain. And as is the case, if your house is on fire, the ones who come with the hoses do not care that they are going to ruin your furniture. So our internal firefighters aren't worried about the effects of what they're doing. Their only concern is to protect us from pain.